Welcome back to the channel. Today we're painting crankbaits. Guess what? Yeah, we're painting them. No reviews, no product reviews, no DIYs. We are doing a paint session and we're going to be doing a pre-Rapala wig award coming from request out of Oklahoma City, Clearwater CRAW. Come join me. We're spraying some paint. I'm going to do one of my all-time favorites, Clearwater CRAW. We're going to be using, I think, this stencil. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, first thing we got to do, we got a white base coat, but this one calls for a bone. Now, this is an original wart sent to me by a fellow Oklahoman, Don. We're going to get you fixed up here with some great patterns for Grand and Tin Killer in the spring. And we need a little bone color. We don't want a real white. We want a bone base for this particular pattern. Now, I'm sure I've done this one before, but we're going to do it again and on camera. Now, there's no way with my lighting in this shop that you can probably tell that between a white and a bone, but that's a bone base, and I'll show you the paint ratio that I use for that particular one. And I play with it on different ones. If I wanted a little more white or a little more brownish yellow tint to it, then we put it in there. So, okay, after that, we're going to do 3 coats of this homemade canary color that I got going on here. And we're going to cover the belly and the sides. I've got to do one more coat. We're going to come back. With our bone color. We'll leave that belly like it was with a little of that orange fade through, and we'll sometimes I'll leave a little more of the white down here, and actually I screwed it up at the beginning. I didn't have to spray it, but looks good. Doesn't matter, we caught it early. That's the color we want. We've got a green pumpkin mixed up here, but a little more brown in it. Darken that up just a little bit. So we're using a real light leaf green and a real dark brown. And it's just a little light of a green to me right here. So we're going to dress that up just a little bit, darken it up. And we got to go over the sides with this light brown. We're just misting it. Over that custom yellow we did. And that is awesome. Clearwater situations, being the name Clearwater CRAW, I'm sure it worked just as good in stained water, but we for sure we're going to put our markings on this thing. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So what we've got to do right here is we're going to, couple things left to do. We're going to paint our eyes. And to do that, I'm going to go back with some of that white just to help speed the process. And I want a pretty good size eye, which we're going to use this one. I want that red. So we put a little white there. It just makes the process of painting those eyes a lot quicker. I'd like to see if I got it. Got a little of my green pumpkin left. Sometimes those stencils I use, 3D stencils, will scratch your bait a little bit, but we touched it up. It looks good. Now we're going to come back with that red. You want to heat set that, let it get completely dried. Make sure it stays a bold red with that white underneath it. It can kind of turn it a little bit pink like the underneath, but looks good. I think I'll hit this eye and maybe that one just a little bit more. Next thing is we want a little black for our spot, pupil, whatever you want to call it. Just going to put a little drop right there. And I'm going to use a nail for this. Now, last thing is we want to come back with our green pumpkin and do some stippling or splattering technique. I'm going to reduce our pressure. Shown this many times. For finer dots, you leave your pressure up just a little bit. For larger dots, there's our larger dots. That right there is your Clearwater Craw. And it is truly one of my all-time favorites for smallmouth, early spring on 10 killer. So when Don asked me for my suggestion, if water is really clear, early spring, this one is definitely going to be able to produce him some real quality fish. And hopefully some of those big brown fish that we have in 10 killer. So guys, let me know what you think. This is the Clearwater Craw. Thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe. Check out the links in the video description below. If you're needing anything for crankbait painting, I think we've got a great selection of about anything that you would like to use or have. Until next week, Green Country Baits signing out.